have just learned is the beginning of meteorological summer. Now, obviously, summer does not truly begin until the summer solstice, or the longest day of the year, which happens to occur on Father's Day this year. But now you're probably wondering, why am I so full of what appears as superfluous trivia today? Well, if you recall our last talk, we reflected on the high priesthood of Jesus and how our access to him opens the door to all we need to persevere in the faith through the provision of grace and mercy for and in every circumstance in life. In fact, the author of Hebrews stated it like this: "For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet without sin. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need." Now, if we are just remained in this narrow context, we might think that the high priesthood of Jesus is all about us and our needs. But it isn't much of a stretch from there either to what the preachers of the prosperity gospel today teach us in terms of naming and claiming anything you want in life. Now that's an American dream, right? But is that what Scripture is here teaching us? No. Jesus is no ordinary high priest. In fact, we learn in the next chapter of Hebrews this important aspect of Jesus' priesthood. The author writes this: "Christ also did not take upon himself the glory of becoming a high priest, but God said to him, 'You are my son. Today I have become your father.' And he says in another place, 'You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek.'" Now, some consider this to be superfluous trivia, but let me assure you, it is not. What we are told here is that Jesus is no corruptible mortal high priest with which we are all too familiar. Jesus is the Son of God. He is God by nature, and a priest not after the traditional order of Aaron, but after the even more ancient order of Melchizedek. Aaron was the first high priest of Israel appointed by God from the priestly tribe of Israel, Levi. Those priests ministered before God on behalf of the people of Israel. Melchizedek, on the other hand, was the ancient king of Jerusalem and the priest who ministered on behalf of Abraham and everyone who descended from him, including the tribe of Levi, of whom he was an ancestor. And Melchizedek and the high priests coming after his order, then, are ruling high priests. And as a high priest in this order, that means Jesus has the authority and resources not only to represent us before the Father sympathetically, but to do so as our compassionate ruler as well. In other words, Jesus not only receives our requests, but acts in full authority to bless and build us up as well. So Jesus is no genie. He is a king and the only one who can provide peace in this world of trouble. The question is this: are you experiencing his peace in your circumstances today? If not, it's available. Just go to him and ask him. And I pray you'll do exactly that this week. God bless you, my friends. I love you, and see you back here again soon.